Shalom. It's falling Yeshua. Welcome again to Rock. Few in this country, in this world, well, I would say few in this country, understand that most of what you see going on is about control. 99% of it is about control. Somebody's trying to control you. And they may control you through hypnosis, through manipulation, through deception, but everybody's working in a way to control you. Most of what you see today, the agendas going on and things you see on the news or whatever it may be, it's all about control. One way or another. You know, they cause, being the powers that be, they cause problems knowing that your average, everyday, system-dependent person is going to ask them to fix the problem. And then they go in and fix the problem, and always when they fix the problem, it always gives them either a little bit or a lot of control. Look at what happened with September 11th. Look at what happened with the zombie plague that they called COVID-19. How much control were they able to take? How much were they able to take? They were able to get people to take vaccinations that weren't tested, weren't proven, but hey, it's all good, right? Shoot this up. Reminds me of the Tuskegee experiments when they were injecting black men with syphilis, just black military men with syphilis, just to see what would happen, so they could start charting the results. This is about control. If you haven't seen the movie, I would highly suggest you see the movie. It's on Netflix. It's called They Cloned Tyrone. And it's an excellent movie. And it's really telling. Watch it. Watch it and tell me. Sorry, there's a wasp in here. My son's in here. Shoot that thing away. Watch it and tell me what you think about that. And you'll see some things in that movie that are powerful. Powerful. That you would never understand. Sure, it looks like your typical gangster hood movie, and it is in a way, but it's with a message, because it kind of explains. I don't want to say too much. Watch it. Watch They Clone Tyrone. It's on Netflix. And we've been talking about that movie here in this household for probably the last week. Damn it. Probably been talking about that movie for the last week. Just breaking down and dissecting and how the powers that be control, how they exercise their control. So in this world, in this system, it's all about control. Whether it's food, it's control. Water, it's control. Oh, the world's getting too hot. And because the world's getting too hot, it's the carbon emissions. Control. Everything's about, and I don't believe the world's getting hot because of emissions. No, not even close. But it's about control. See, when I talk about self-sufficiency, I'm not talking about it as some, ooh, look at me thing. Ooh, look at me grow my gardens. Ooh, look at me put my solar panels up. Ooh, I don't have to pay an electric bill. I don't do it in that way. Ooh, I get my own water. Ooh, so a lot of people go up there and they ooh you. Like, ooh, I'm better than you because I'm doing this. It's not the reason. It's because I know a lot of you preeminent, dominion-oriented mindset men. A lot of times we don't understand how we're being controlled. And I'm telling you, that They Clone Tyrone movie, it shows some things. It shows how music hypnotizes and controls you. It shows everything. The women, the hair products you put in your hair. It's about control. And that's what this world's really about. They want to control us. It's the same story that goes, and it's all comes down to slavery. It all comes down to that mental or physical slavery. And it's irrelevant what color you are, but it breaks down to that. It breaks down to control. It breaks down to slavery. Willie Lynch letter. We just did a live stream 2 weeks ago on it. And for those that want to know, I apologize for not being able to do these live streams regularly like I have been. I'm extremely tired after a week's worth of work and spending time with the family. I've been enjoying spending the quality time on Friday night with the family. We're coming back with more live streams. We're going to be doing them again. I just, wanted to let that be known. It's not that I don't value and enjoy the time. It's just that I take away a lot of time away from the family, and I'm trying to spend more time with them, getting things done, getting orders out, but still spending time with the family. In fact, incorporating them into it. But anyways, so this whole thing's about control. This whole mess is about control. They want to control you. They want your money. They want your hard work. They want your blood. They want your sweat. They want your tears. That's why everything you see from the moment you get out of college, the Bible says the rich ruleth over the poor and the borrower is a servant to the lender. So the borrower is a servant. And that's why from the time you got out of high school, it's borrowing. You're borrowing at age 18 when you're not ready to make a decision yet. You are not ready to make a $200,000 decision. But yet you are when you decide to go to that 4-year school and you spend the first 2 years, handling your prereqs, which is basically high school again. So you handle your prereqs, so you're 100 G's in debt, 60 G's in debt, 50 G's in debt, 30 G's in debt before you even really start taking your major classes. Control. You're a servant to the lender. Then you got out of college. You graduate with debt. Then you decide to get married. $20,000 wedding. I don't know why the hell you men do that sort of shit. I don't know why you do that. Damn. I gotta pay 20 G's to marry you? So, debt. Then I go and buy a house. I finally get my job. I go buy a house. Debt. I go buy a car for me. Her car. Debt. Credit cards, debt. Vacations, debt. And now you get to work until you're 60, 70. Now you get to work that long. You get to be a Walmart greeter. And nothing again, I'm not saying anything against Walmart greeters, but you know how sad it is to see these 70, 60, 58, 60-year-old plus greeters because rent prices are so high. Because everybody got in a debt trying to live some life that they didn't need to live. They didn't need to get themselves in. See, it's all about control. So self-sufficiency to me is breaking away from the control. Come out of her, my people, Yah says. Be ye separate. Touch not the unclean thing, and he will receive you. Well, here's the one thing I realize about control. When the people get control over you, it's easier and easier to, and it's more acceptable to touch the unclean thing. It's easier and easier to touch the unclean foods, the unhealthy foods, the foods that are not good for you, the things that are not good for you, the getting drunk, the needing alcohol to fix your problems, needing to shoot up, needing to snort, needing to smoke to fix your problems. Control. It's insane. They control the food. They control everything. And you're content with it. They control your marriage. You go in there and get your marriage license with the state. Then when she decides to pack up her shit and me out, even though the Bible says that, anyway, I'm going to that. She decides to pack up her shit and leave. So I thank the Father for Taylor, for Tanisha, for Ebony. I thank the Father for them. I praise y'all for them. Because in today's society, a majority of our women, our sisters, they don't mind being controlled by the state. They don't mind running them for child support to put you under control, which is the Willie Lynch letters. The Willie Lynch letters said they used the woman to get the man under control. She became the watchdog of the slave master. The black slave became the watchdog. The black female slave became the watchdog for the master. Read the Willie Lynch letters. It's about control. It's about manipulate. They'll use whatever tactic they can to control you. And to break out of their control is a really different mindset. And it really incorporates the whole following of Yah, keeping the commandments. Maybe you might be like the Levites who didn't go into Egypt, who didn't build Pithom and Ramses and then become slaves, chasing the dollar. I hope you understand that this thing's about control, and they're ratcheting down the control, and more people have no choice but to fall under the control. That's what the mark of the beast is about. That's what the system that's gonna come with that's about. It's about control. The system where Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego bow down when you hear the dulcimer and the suckbut and the tambourines and the trumpet. When you hear that, bow. No, it's control. And most of you are already controlled. You're especially controlled by your emotions. And your emotions, what I've noticed, you're controlled by your emotions and your opinion. The Bible says, be not deceived by your own vain opinion. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment. Control. How controllable are you? And why is it that when it comes to control for you sisters, all the system can control you left and right. But if you read the Bible, and the Bible says, wives, submit yourselves, wives, obey, wives, subject yourselves, wives, reverence your husband. Oh, there's all these stipulations to that, but you have no problem. You're talking about how righteous and everything that he has to be. He has to fit your righteousness. But yet when your boss, when your social worker for your EBT, when your whatever tells you what to do, you don't talk about how obedient and how righteous he is. You just go and do it. Because they know, for the large majority of you, by controlling your money, they control you. That's why you see these new blockchains and these new systems arising, these electronic systems rising. Because they understand by controlling the money and controlling the food, they control you. And by controlling your money, they control 99% of people's food, because most people buy their food. They don't grow anything. So by controlling your money, they control your water, your food, your electricity, your everything. Break free from this system, or you will just simply fall under their control. Bless you. Shalom.